were agitating for the Ram Janam Bhoomi, were they pursuing a triviality, a trivial cause? Is that what you would say?
I think the 1991 the judgment made it very clear. It made an exception for Ram Janam Bhoomi.
I'm asking you a very fundamental question.
But
no, 1 second. I'll come to that. We'll come to that. Meeta Chakraborty, I'm asking you a fundamental question. You said that, look, these people should be concentrating on the bigger issues of the day, the ones that really matter. So I'm asking you, I'm taking you back in time. For many decades, Ram Bhaks were agitating in favor of securing the Ram Janam Bhoomi. Were they pursuing a trivial cause? It's a very simple question to you.
No, I'm giving you an answer, but before that, let me ask you something. In a country with Hindu majority, we all are practicing Hindus. I am a practicing Hindu. I'm a very proud Hindu. And I do not consider that the Hindu community is in any kind of danger right now. We are very, very comfortable with our religious identity.
You may not believe in Lord Ram, but there are plenty. Let's not insult other people who might believe in Lord Ram.
In Lord Ram.
Or
insulting other people?
Yes, so let me ask you then. I'm asking you this fundamental question, just answer it. I don't want to, I don't have 24 hours to debate with you. I'm asking you a simple, straightforward question. Give me a simple, straightforward answer.
Yeah.
Ram Bhaks were agitating from Ram Janam Bhoomi. Were they pursuing a trivial cause? Very simple question.
So I will again go back to the 1991 statement, which made an exception for Ram Janmabhoomi, but it also gave a status quo to all other places of worship.
Okay, so now let me ask you. Don't you think it's unfair that Ram Bhaks? No, you say you're a proud Hindu. So let me ask you a basic question here.
How far will we go?
1 second, madam. We can go very far. So then why do we talk about? No, then 1 second on this question of 1 second. 1 second.
Around the country.
Fair enough. Let me.
What we are actually bracing ourselves for.
Okay, so you want this to be...
We are playing with dangerous lives and this
Meeta Chakraborty, let me... Okay, fair enough. Listen to the next question. You made your point. We've understood. We are not dumb here. We've understood what you said.
Thank you for understanding my point.
How far should we go back? How many years should we go back? How many decades should we go back? I'm only asking you. You keep invoking the 1991 Act. Now, let me tell you, you had a big problem with farm laws. 3 of those. Did you? Did you not? Yes, no? Yes, you did. You did because there was no consultation. Do you know the 1991 Act that was passed by Parliament, by a Congress government, never went through a consultative process? The same thing that you today accuse the Modi government of doing. Let me finish. These are facts. Now you can shake your head left to right, up, down. I'm not even going back in time. I'm only pointing out the facts. There was no consultation. The Law Commission was not taken into account. The opposition was not taken into account. There was zero viewers is a fact. There was zero examination.
So you mentioned farm laws. Can I answer
1 minute.
that?
It was passed. I'm not even getting. That's not even. I'm just putting the facts out there. I'm not even addressing the question right now. I'm just putting the facts. Since you have a view on it, I'm just giving the facts to the viewers. My question is to follow. So viewers, a law is thrust down the throat of the Hindu community at large. Forget about Kashi Vishwanath. Forget about Mathura. Forget about all your other desires. We'll only now talk about Ayodhya. Now viewers, let me tell you, by doing so, you perpetuated the conditions for resentment. You put a lid on history. Now some people say we should not examine our history. Then why do we talk about caste discrimination? Why do we go so far back into time and talk about caste discrimination? We shouldn't. We should have no affirmative action. Why are we in any way obsessed with righting historical wrongs? Then we shouldn't. We should just let things go. Now viewers, look at this absurdity. 1991, she is quoting Meeta Chakraborty as the gospel. Passed by Parliament doesn't mean that it cannot be revoked, viewers. It can be repealed. But let me just tell you, it makes a distinction between Shiv Bhakts. It makes a distinction between Krishna Bhakts. It makes a distinction between Ram Bhakts. Ram Bhakts get their point. They get their comeuppance. They get their justice. But can you imagine, viewers? The Congress party was splitting the Hindu community. They were denying Shiv Bhakts, millions of them, crores of them, and viewers, Krishna Bhakts. Why? Why? It's a fundamental question. I don't understand it.
Was that for me?
No, it's not. I'm just being rhetorical.
Okay.
I'm throwing it out there for our viewers. If you think it's okay, then fair enough. And on this other issue, and let me come to this now with you, Meeta Chakraborty, you say don't open the can of worms of history. So then why do you agitate for the truth to be told? And you call it Dalit Lives Matter, etc., etc. Of course they do. For history to be put in the right perspective.
Because
for
they are
caste,
pertinent and
for
they're relevant even in today's time.
For the upper caste to come out there and apologize to the backward castes, to the Dalit community. Why would you want that? Isn't that creating a fissure? Isn't that opening old wounds?
So when you talk about caste discrimination, we talk about caste discrimination about Dalit Lives Matter because those discrimination to a great extent are continuing even in today's time. We are not talking about opening up old wounds.
So,
we are not talking about dividing the community or dividing the society between the upper caste and the lower caste.
Court today to seek a restitution of their rights to worship are not hurt. Are you suggesting that the rights of are you saying in a secular country like ours, the state,
not dividing people?
I'm only giving you a point. Are you suggesting that to the Congress party, the de facto president of the Congress party who calls himself a Shiv Bhakt in public, in a meeting, during the elections, doesn't care about the feelings and sentiments of Shiv Bhakts, millions and crores, who cannot go to a Jyotirling?
I myself a Shiv Bhakt, and it is my God that has taught me to be more inclusive in my approach,
right?
To be more tolerant.
So then I want to ask you, if it is about inclusivity, then what more inclusive than allowing Shiv Bhakts access to a place which they say is a place that fulfills them? Why shouldn't the other community open its heart and its minds? How does this work?
Because your query is really, really long, and if you'll allow me just another 30 seconds to give me an answer.
Please, take 1 minute, but answer the question.
Okay. So this case is now in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will take a decision, and we will all abide by the Supreme Court's decision and verdict, right? We welcome the Supreme Court's decision, and we will all abide by it. Having said that, I have a problem with this fundamental approach. This approach of going on digging into the past, this approach of saying 1991.
You don't speak for crores of Hindus. You might speak for the Congress party, which might have a problem with Shiv Bhakts. They might have a problem with Krishna Bhakts, but you don't speak for the Hindu Samaj. You certainly don't. In fact, at this particular meeting, this Chintan Shiva viewers, the Congress party said we don't want to have a truck with any Hindu groups.
To be very, very problematic.
You came out very, very clearly to say we don't want to have any truck with any Hindu groups. We don't consider ourselves well disposed to the Hindu community. That is what they said. So the Congress party has decided not to speak up for Hindu interests. Meeta Chakraborty doesn't speak for Hindus. She speaks for her party.
I speak for India. That includes
You don't
the
speak for India, madam. You speak for a political party. You speak for their point of view, and it's okay. We are in a democracy. I don't hold it against you.
And number two, I speak for India. I speak for an united, progressive, liberal India.
It's fine. In your view, denying millions and crores of Hindus a right to worship.
It's just a political narrative.
Right to worship their God.
That's the narrative that you're trying
is okay.
To
it's democratic for you.
Exactly
I suppose that's the way.
Exactly
if that was the case, then why did you reverse?
People are seeing through the act now.
Okay. Meeta Chakraborty, that act can be immediately repealed. Okay. I have contested you on 3 points.
Of course it can be. Any act can be repealed.
Yes. So
but what is happening right now?
So if it is tomorrow, there's nothing against. There's nothing against.
Be very, very careful about the narrative.
Meeta Chakraborty, please don't threaten me. I'm not here to be threatened.
Come on,
so just keep it open.
I'm engaging in a
don't tell me about very, very
you.
careful. I'm only stating hard facts. Am I wrong on any of those facts? There was never a consultation with anybody. No social groups were consulted. on the issue of drawing up a legislation denying crores of Hindus, crores of Sikhs, crores of Buddhists a right to reclaim what is theirs.